Now let's see how to upload the Excel templates that we have prepared into the admin section. So, but before that, I wanted to take some time to quickly go over the different data management options which are available in the backend. So from the admin panel, once you select the menu icon and then the data management, this is the page that pops up, what you see on the right-hand side. But as you can see, there are a number of different options that are available. And I wanted to take some time to quickly go over some of these important options which would be relevant while uploading the Excel data. So the first one is index source data for current date. So you'll have to click this button after importing the new data. So this indexes source data, allowing to use the search and the dashboard features. So the second one is index effective dates. So if you have a beginning date and end date in the data, then it's necessary to index effective dates. This creates a number of snapshots of the data for defined time intervals, which are used to create dashboards, and it supports the search functionality. Also, please note that only if the effective dates functionality is turned on, the application will create various snapshots of the data. So, and then let's go over some of the other functions, which is to create new batch. If you want to import a new data template, then you'll have to use the create new batch function. The delete date batch history deletes the log of these different basically deletes this particular view where it shows what are the different updates which have happened, but it doesn't delete the data itself which are uploaded. Then the abort running batch is to kill the current batch, and the entity counts option gives you the number of records in the database per entity. So these are some of the options which you'll have to keep in mind before going ahead and uploading the data into the admin section. So, and then once you try to create a new batch and then upload this data, you can see that there are a number of different in this particular drop down, you can see that there are a number of different options that you will be asked to select, right? So the most common option that you will be selecting is the effective dated Excel. Again, if you have enabled the effective dated functionality within the application and have beginning and end dates, then it creates a number of snapshots of the data for the defined time intervals. If the effective dating functionality is not configured, then it creates a single snapshot of the data using your current date. So again, just to reiterate, this is the most commonly used template, which is effective dated Excel. And there are other Excel templates which are not necessary to be used. For example, there is this SAP check tables and SAP successor data Excel imports. These will have to be initiated only when there is a live SAP integration, and the basic, so it's not necessary for all the customers. And then the basic Excel is used when a client owns a basic ERP with simple HR data, right? So again, just to you can always contact us, and we'll be able to help you choose the right template and the right option to help you upload the data within the admin panel. So, and then after you select the type of data, then you'll have to select the different types of operations. So I wanted to take some time to explain the first operation, which is load, because this particular load data operation overrides the previous data entries with the new data uploaded. For example, if you are uploading the Excel template containing one spreadsheet called country, it will overwrite the previous data entries in the country table only in the Nakisa HR Suite. So this is something that will have to be kept in mind. And there are other options called the insert data. It only inserts new records and ignores the existing ones based on ID. Similar to that, there is merging, there is override. But I wanted to take some time to showcase the update data operation, because that is the most commonly used operation to upload the Excel data within the admin panel. So the first one is update only. So it only imports records that already exist and it updates them. The update or insert updates the existing records and inserts the new one. Similarly, the delete data operation deletes all the records with matching IDs as the one that are being planned. For example, if you upload by mistake, if you upload certain employee records and if you want to delete them, then the delete data operation will come in handy. Okay, now what we can do is we can quickly jump into the admin panel using George Tiger's credentials, and then we can quickly do an upload of the data, extended data template that we have created. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to close the custom fields template. And then within the admin section itself, you can see there is this data management section. Let me click on that. Okay, so this is basically the page which I was showcasing within the presentation screen. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the create new batch. And then in the subsequent page which pops up, I'm going to be selecting the drop down, and then I'm going to be choosing the effective dated Excel option. And then after I select the effective dated option, I'm going to be using the update operation. So because I want the extended data model to either update or insert. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to be using the update data, and then I'm going to be choosing update or insert. And then what I would need to do is there is this option called upload, where I select the upload operation, and then I have the custom fields template, which I have it stored within my laptop. So let me go ahead, choose that particular template, and then I'm going to hit run. So what I've done now is I've gone ahead and I've uploaded the extended or the custom fields template, which contains the values of the willing to relocate field and the remote work position field. So as you can see here, you get an immediate notification of the successful data extraction. So the immediate next operation is to index source data so that the search and the dashboards would start working. But I'm not going to do that because this is something that I've already done before this demo to save some time. Now what we'll do is we'll quickly log into the front end using the credentials of Wiki Blowfield, and we'll quickly see how exactly is the field being populated in the front end. So let me log out now. Okay. So let me log in using the credentials of Wiki, who is an HR, who holds the HR master role within the application, and let me log in.
Sachin, while you're doing this, just a very nice question from Helen. She's asking, how do you monitor the progress of the indexing? Because as we know, if you have a lot of data, thousands of records, sometimes the indexing process takes some time, and while it's running and it's not completed, it will impact the search, it will impact the in-chart analytics and dashboards. So the quick answer to this is we do have monitoring tools that we have today available, but unfortunately only to the Nakisa professional services and support team that have level 3 access, which is the highest level of access. But we are really looking to enabling such capabilities for our clients because it makes sense for them, especially as they are owner of the data and the data maintenance operation. So this is something, Helen, that I will get back to you with a roadmap so that we know exactly when that will be available. But we're looking to enabling that.
Thanks, Sri.
Yeah, you're welcome. So Sachin, back to you.
So yes, so this is the last section of the demonstration, everyone. So I've logged into the front end. So now let's go ahead and quickly visualize the custom fields that we've created, and let's quickly see the data that we've uploaded. So let me open up the functional perspective. So within the functional perspective, first I would want to click on the director manufacturing position. Now I've jumped into the details page of the director manufacturing's position. As you can see here, under the custom position information section, we have the remote work percentage position field that we have created. So this particular position is 70% remote. So we've also uploaded this data, and this particular data appears within the front end. So, and then let me go to the details page of this particular employee, which is Hele Carlson. Let me click on that. And you can see here that under the custom employee information section, I have the willing to relocate Boolean field, and this particular employee is not willing to relocate. So this is the data that you can visualize immediately once the data is uploaded and indexed. But let's think of a quick use case where we can quickly generate a report. Maybe we can generate an employee report to understand what percentage of the employees are willing to relocate and what percentage of the employees are not willing to relocate. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to do a wildcard search of the all the employees. So once I do that, it's going to give me the employee search results page. So in this, there are 600. If you see in there, if you can look into the filter panel, there is this willing to relocate field, which we've configured. And you can see here there are 621 employees who are willing to relocate, and there are 919 employees who are not willing to relocate. If you want to quickly filter to understand who are these employees are willing to relocate to help you with your planning exercise, you can use the willing to relocate yes. And then you can see that you can see the 621 employees who are willing to relocate, and you can use the export to Excel function to basically export the list of employees who are willing to relocate, which is going to help you with your further planning exercise. Similarly, you can also repeat this exercise. You can also do a wildcard search on the position to basically understand who are your completely remote employees and who are your who are fully on-site employees and who are your fully remote employees. So now, so this is we just wanted to quickly showcase the power of our reports. I just wanted to take one more minute and I'll quickly showcase how we can use the power of dashboards, and you can combine it with the power of the new the new field that we have created to basically create a graph to understand across functional area. Let's see what percentage of employees are willing to relocate and not willing to relocate. So that's the use case that I have on my mind. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on the menu icon and I'm going to go to the dashboards and I'm going to go to the employee dashboard over here. So let me create a very quick graph. I'm going to create a quick custom chart. I'm going to create an quick square chart. Let me give the title willing to relocate across functions, right? Let the x-axis be the functional area of the functions, and the y-axis be the showcase the willing to relocate field, right? Once I hit confirm, you can see that there is this newly created graph, which basically shows across administration, right? There are 61 people who are willing to relocate, around 51 is not willing to relocate, right? And if you see across manufacturing, there is a huge disparity. Like around 269 employees are not willing to relocate, but then around 47 employees are willing to relocate. And you can also see that these gradients basically show the intensity of these values as well. So this is just to quickly showcase how exactly the extended data model could be combined with the existing dashboards and the report functionality to help with the different use cases.
And Sachin, what you just showed is a front-end created dashboard by the users directly. So once the administrator of the tool has enabled the custom fields, has imported the data is showing, you can then, as a user, whether you are an HR business partner or an organizational design specialist who's just an HR manager, you can actually, or anyone that has access to the dashboards can go ahead and create these dashboards on the fly. Of course, the same can also be applied by the administrator. So if this is a dashboard, then we want to roll it out to everyone in the organization, and it doesn't make sense to just individually create it at the user level. We can do this in the back end in the administrator console, and then everyone that has access to the employee dashboards will have access to this. One other thing I wanted to mention, sometimes the custom fields that you're loading are considered to be sensitive information. So please do reach out to us. We have the ability to secure information based on different roles and access rights. Again, to make sure that everyone sees the information that they're authorized to see, and there is no breaking of authorizations or security concepts that you have in place. So again, very important, very useful thing to know, and it's quite convenient because on the fly you can start leveraging this data, turning it into information, and use this information to get more insights about your organization. So Sachin, back to you.
Perfect. So yes, so let's go back to the presentation. And this is the last slide that we have for this presentation, where instead of manually uploading these different Excel templates into the admin panel, if you would like to automate the whole Excel upload process, then we do have, then you can go ahead, schedule these jobs, and you can make sure that over in secured FTP, you can go ahead, secured FTP folder, you can go ahead and automate the complete process. So that's just to provide in, just to quickly take a minute and show that this process can as well be automated and it's not completely manual. So yes, so that's pretty much that we have for today's discussion. And I know we have a few more minutes, and we are open to answer any questions that that the audience might have on the Excel data management or the related topics.